Gary, I'm sharing the vision of VaynerMissions through a case study that I put together on behalf of Team GaryVee. VaynerMissions are the unique stories and missions of the people that make up and work at VaynerMedia and the impact that they're making in society and their local communities for important causes that matter to each of them. Now, the problem is that there's no seamless, easy, or universal way for VaynerMedia, or any company for that matter, to include and involve all company employees to support causes and charities that matter to each of them in a consumer centric way in today's content driven society. In other words, VaynerMedia employees who are storytelling, purpose driven, and mission oriented people want to be included and involved in how VaynerMedia gives back to and empowers charities in our local communities, but they currently can't. So, how did we solve this? 2 words: VaynerMissions. And instead of telling you how this would work, I thought we'd show you. And when I say we, I mean me and Team GaryVee. So think Facebook birthday fundraisers, but at VaynerMedia and on your Vaynerversary instead. Here were the results of the pilot with Team GaryVee. VaynerMedia supported 18 employee VaynerMissions by donating $18,600 to 11 different charities that different VaynerMedia employees deeply care about. And here were the 18 members of Team GaryVee and the charities they each chose to support for their mission as a part of this pilot. So I'm sure you're probably thinking, how do we do this? And that was by implementing these 5 rules and restrictions. Number 1, each employee could only choose one charity for their Vayner mission. Number 2, employees can only share their mission on their Vaynerversaries. Number 3, each employee received $1,000 from VaynerMedia to support and donate to different charities that were chosen as VaynerMissions. Number 4, of that $1,000, $500 went directly to each employee's mission on their Vaynerversary. And number 5, the other $500 could go towards supporting different VaynerMedia colleagues and their charities on their Vaynerversaries. So, I assigned fake Vaynerversaries to everyone, and then I approved a list of charities to choose from. Then I gave everyone $1,000 of fake Monopoly money, and I created a giving system to support each other's missions by clicking different emojis representing different dollar amounts. And then we piloted this simple idea in a private Slack channel by empowering everyone to share their missions. For Zane's Vayner mission, he chose to support the American Cancer Society. And as you can see, D-Rock, Claude, May, Andy, D. Kirk, Sinan, and Katie all donated $100 Vayner dollars to support Zane and his mission. I operated at the lowest level of detail by adding up all the clicks of the different emojis from everyone's posts in this pilot, and I created what Zane's Vayner mission might look like in the future. Zane and 15 of his colleagues at VaynerMedia collectively raised $1,465 for the American Cancer Society. But that was only half of Zane's giving story at VaynerMedia. Zane also donated $475 to 8 different colleagues and 7 different charities on their Vaynerversaries too. Together, Zane's Vayner mission and Vayner legacy created his 401k for his soul. Finally, Zane and everyone else shared why they loved being able to support one another and their missions through this simple idea with their very own testimonials. Remember, what gives people feelings of power is not money or status. It's having colleagues that support you. Now, to conclude, I've created and tested my hypothesis and model behind VaynerMissions by asking a few questions. Is VaynerMedia interested in empowering and including company employees to share their missions and stories in different philanthropic initiatives? Do VaynerMedia employees want to give back, contribute, and share their stories in the first place? And will charities accept money from VaynerMedia and its employees? And all 3 questions were answered with yes. And I truly believe that when VaynerMissions is successful in 2021 and beyond, that other companies and business leaders will want to follow Gary and VaynerMedia's lead. I believe that VaynerMedia will make the entire game of business better in the future simply by empowering its company employees to share their missions and to leave a legacy while they're employed at VaynerMedia. Other global brands will eventually follow VaynerMedia's lead. Now, to quote Gary himself,
the reason I leave money on the table is because I want a statue.
Legacy over currency.
100%.
that was me. I'm the one in that video who quoted Gary at a dinner that we had together in November of 2018. Legacy is greater than currency. Finally, I wanted to make sure that I thanked everyone on Team GaryVee who made this pilot and this vision possible in the first place. Thank you. Now, Gary, if you're inspired after better understanding the vision of VaynerMissions through this pilot and case study that I've put together for you and Team GaryVee in my attempt to work for you for free, I'd love for you to check out the next and last short video on the VaynerMissions website.